Hey everybody, it's WillBits. We're playing chapter 13 of Ghost Trick, the luckiest chapter. The ghostliest chapter there is. I visited the novelist's apartment again. I'm hoping to be able to do something about this mistaken identity kidnapping. As long as there's any possibility that it could be his own daughter who was kidnapped, I doubt the Justice Minister will call off the execution tonight. Come on, Amelie. Need you to get better, or at least pick up the phone. The key to dispelling the minister's doubts is now in bed, coughing. And I need to use this key before that prison van arrives to pick up our death row inmate. My deadline, oh! My darling angel. Oh, just listen to that cough. You naughty thing, did you leave your nice warm bed to go out into the night to play? A daughter after my own heart, but I must confess, I didn't even notice you were gone. A bad mother, a bad mom.
I didn't go out to play. I went to buy Papa a birthday present.
Oh, what'd you get him?
He said he wanted a new lighter.
But that's no reason to go out this late at night.
But my fever finally went down. I could barely move before that.
But look what I brought you. Your fever is worse now than ever. Well, she's up sick, and the other person has a deadline. So a late night for both of them. Here's to the feverish passion of my darling angel.
Mama?
Yes, darling.
Let's go, Papa, and wish him a happy birthday, even though it's already past midnight.
Not tonight, Amelie.
I hate you!
Not even gonna turn around at that? Looks like this little girl was safe all along. I already knew that, but I'm still relieved all the same. And there's another lucky development too. Amelie wants to call her father. Now if I can just make use of that feeling somehow, that would surely bring the Justice Minister around. Okay, there's gotta be some way. Can we light up this lighter? What does that do? Oh! Hey, the phone's right here! It's a Christmas miracle!
The phone!
Oh no! Not on my watch! Amelie, I told you couldn't call him tonight!
Why not?
Listen to me, Amelie. Your father is about to make a big mistake. I want him to reconsider.
What do you know about it, Mama? He's the one who's the Justice Minister, you know? All you do is write weird novels.
Oh, no! What do you mean, weird? How dare you disparage my romantic expressions? Now you've really made me angry. You really have. How do you expect me to forgive such an insult? No, the phone. We need that phone.
I hate you!
This is a dysfunctional family. If even that. There. I'll be keeping my eye on you so you won't do anything else mischievous. Like calling your father.
I hate you!
I can hear you, you know. Woo! What a pair! I don't know what this family's issues are, but I do know I have to do something about this lady so Amelie can call. All right, time to kill the mother. No, we can't kill her. It's gotta be something we can do. Wastebasket. That didn't do anything. So we can turn on the lamp. We can get, ooh. Can we let this mouse out? Ah, hickory dickory dock. The clock struck 1. And down he run? Well, well, having a good time, are we, little rodent? Sweet dreams are made of these. Ah, did you fancy the vintage, my whiskered friend? You've been defeated, try not to whine about it. You've been laid Merlot. But we moved the candelabra, so now we can potentially hit that other one. She's more powerful than I thought. It looks like she tipped the wall candelabra to one side, too. The angle of those candles. I get the feeling I've seen something very similar to that quite recently. Because you have. We turn this valve. Oh! Do we kill the mouse? Do we just kill the mouse? Oh heavens! A blackout at a critical time like this? My typewriter won't. Okay, it's mechanical. I can still write. Of course, dim lights suit my story of love very well. But I myself am not very fond of the dark. I feel kind of bad for killing that mouse, you guys. Can we go back in time 4 minutes and save the mouse? What? This chandelier just narrowly missed the back of my head. I love the thrill of romance, but I don't need these kind of thrills. Thank you! Whoa! There's a hot booty. So it's a little more dimly lit in here. Ah, what a wonderful atmosphere! Perfect for a clandestine meeting in the dusky twilight. Okay. I don't exactly know how this situation came about, but I think I owe the rat an apology. The rat seems to be unconscious. Thank you! Thank you for giving me some level of closure with this poor rat. But now that the room has changed into this, maybe I can use it somehow. Should we really drop the chandelier on her head? Burn brighter. I could also turn this latch and drop the rat again. Oh no, I can't. Its tail is just kind of meekly hanging out. Aha! Crank! Ah. What a naughty chandelier! So that needs to happen at a different time. Can I catch her on the way back? Whoa! She went the Matrix on this thing. Such insolence! Cat-like reflexes. The lady is surprisingly quick and surprisingly agile. She dodged that thing like a pro. I guess I'd better get serious here. Well, is there something I can do? Maybe I just have to get this timing a little better. That was close. Maybe it was just slightly too soon. Aha! Dodge that! Eek! Amelie! Amelie, help me!
Mama! I'm sorry, Mama. I'm too dizzy. I can't get up. I'm afraid I can't help you right now.
Here is the weakness of my darling angel. Here's to the weakness. I'll just drink myself until I don't care that I'm trapped in a chandelier. The chandelier's on there tighter than her wedding band. She won't be able to escape on her own. What happens if we reel this back in? Can we even? Help! Help! What is going on here? Amelie, look, do you see this? Help me, please!
Oh, sorry. I'm too sick. I can't get out of bed.
Also, being on the ceiling is hilarious!
My head is spinning, so I guess you'll just have to stay up there spinning too. Oops.
Looks like this lady won't be going anywhere for a while. Now the little girl can call her father. If I can get her phone to her. The only trouble is she can't reach it. I guess we have to deliver it to her. Oh, that's right, the angle of those candles. I saw something very similar recently, didn't I? Oh, we're gonna light the mouse's tail on fire! Oh, we're giving the mouse a hot foot tail. Squeak, 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 squeak! Once now we go and make the clock pendulum swing harder. I'm really sorry for this mouse. I'm really, really sorry for this mouse. Okay, pull your tail out. Put your tail out. That's convenient.
Mama!
What in the world is going on here? This is a heck of a haunting. She's swinging all on her own.
Oh, goody! Excuse me a minute while I call Papa, okay? Mama, I'll only be a minute.
Oh, don't you dare, Amelie! I won't have it! Get me down! Don't you dare, Amelie! Oh, she's just gonna say that in a loop until I go eavesdrop on the call.
Hello, Papa. Papa?
Amelie! Is that you?
Of course it is, silly. What did you think?
But I heard they said you were... No, never mind, it's nothing.
Silly old Papa. Happy birthday, Papa.
Birthday? Oh right, it was my birthday today, wasn't it?
I'm sorry we couldn't celebrate tonight. Thanks to mean old Mama.
Oh, your mean old mama. I mean, your mother. What is she up to right now?
Well, she's certainly up all right. Up all right to get lucky, writing a book. My stubborn mother's kind of tied up at the moment.
Get me down!
She needs to be taught a lesson for causing us so much trouble.
No, Amelie. I'm the one who was wrong.
Huh?
Could you tell your mother I'm sorry?
What do you have to be sorry about?
I was just about to make a terrible mistake. But it's all right now.
Oh, okay.
You're still young. There's a lot I can't tell you right now. The job of Justice Minister is very complicated, you see.
Okay.
But just remember, you're always the most important thing to your mother and me. Did you do something naughty to your mother? If you did, I want you to apologize.
I don't think I did anything. But okay, I'll apologize.
There's a good girl.
Okay, Papa. Have a good night. I love you.
I love you too, Amelie. Good night, sweetheart.
Mama? I'm sorry.
My goodness, why the sudden change?
I guess I was wrong about you. I didn't understand.
Oh, Amelie.
I thought all you ever did was write these weird novels.
That makes me a little sad.
Papa said the job of Justice Minister was complicated.
Yes, your father's job is very complicated and difficult. That's why I couldn't talk to you about most of it. But you're right. I shouldn't treat you like such a little girl anymore. You're growing up after all.
And I promise to stop calling you novels weird and try actually reading them.
What? Oh, well, maybe you're not quite that mature yet. Maybe you'd better wait until you're a little older for that.
Okay.
So, Amelie, if you're feeling a little more charitable toward your old mama, do you think you could let me down now?
You know, I would love to do that. But I'm just feeling too dizzy and sick right now.
Tonight, on this holiest of nights, my deadline. It looks like the only thing pressing on me will be this chandelier. Here's to Papa and Mama's darling angel. Time to get drunk and pass out in a chandelier, just like most of my deadline nights. Ooh. All of a sudden, everybody's getting along again. Such an abrupt change, I can't understand it. Is this what family is all about? In any case, the situation has changed dramatically now. I just hope the mysteries of me can be cleared up as quickly as the furrows on the minister's brow. I don't know where Camilla is, but at least now the Justice Minister's doubts are dispelled. I think I'll go back to his office, where everybody's waiting for the prison van. Hopefully that's enough to convince them to actually, call off the problems. The minister's family now has their smiles and harmony back, but Camilla is still in the hands of the kidnappers. I decided to go back to the Justice Minister's office. Surprisingly, the minister's brow is still just as furrowed as ever. Quite unlike a father who's just learned his daughter is safe, he seems to still be in the depths of despair. The atmosphere in this room is very different now. It seems to have an air of unfocused anxiety. I get the feeling something big is going to happen. I just found out that my daughter is safe. I'd like to express my gratitude. Thank you. Thank you for my daughter's sake and for mine. No need to thank us, Mr. Minister. It was nothing. What did he do? I did it. I get the thanks. I get the commendation. Give me some ghost medals. But one question. I can't help but notice. Your daughter is safe. And yet, you still look unhappy. How about a little smile for us? Of course, there's still the matter of the other kidnapping victim. But is that really the only thing that troubles you, Mr. Minister? Please let me think in peace until the prison van arrives. Alright. Alright. I wonder if Luna's at the park yet. Until we get a report, I guess I'll just have to wait here. This continued distress of the ministers. Is there really something more to it, like the inspector in white said? Can I talk to him? Hello, Justice Minister. Ooh. How about you finally admit I do exist? That thank you I expressed, that was meant for you. You're a ghost, aren't you? And you have the power to control and manipulate people, don't you? No, I don't have that kind of power. I can't control you. We've actually known, you know, for quite a while now. But I had no idea they were the powers of the dead, of ghosts. Known? Known about what? We knew about the existence of somebody who could control others. A manipulator. What's this? That's why your execution order caused me so much anguish, Detective Jowd. Mr. Minister, why don't you just tell us everything you know? Yes, I suppose I should. You need to hear it all. All about the huge mistake this foolish man made. What? There are some cases in this country right now that are under a top secret investigation. Of course, you wouldn't have known about them, Detective Jowd. Right, they don't share too much top secret information with the inmates in prison. There are 3 prisoners, including you, in the special prison you just escaped from. All 3 cases have certain points in common. They do they? Tell us more. The rock singer who leaked national secrets in his lyrics during a TV broadcast. The curry-loving fellow who took the chief commissioner hostage at the Metro Police Department. Neither of these men had a motive for their crime, and both of their crimes were impossible. Impossible? The curry lover had no way of knowing how to infiltrate the commissioner's office, and the rock singer had no way of knowing the national secrets he leaked. The Special Investigation Unit submitted an investigative report to me on them. They concluded that these men's criminal acts were not of their own volition. But how could that be? The theory the unit came up with was the existence of a manipulator. A manipulator, huh? That's when the special prison was established as a facility to research that theory. Some unknown power has been at work. These past several years, Inspector Cabanela has been studying these cases. He has he? Manipulating somebody into committing a criminal act, according to the inspector. The first case of its kind was a locked room murder involving our nation's best detective. Are you trying to say I was manipulated somehow into shooting Alma? I appreciate the theory, but unfortunately, I don't recall being controlled by anybody. It's just not possible to manipulate another's behavior like that. My powers certainly don't work on living creatures. That's what I thought when I first heard the theory too. However, I was seriously mistaken, and it proved to be a big mistake. What? You mentioned a mistake. Could you tell us about it? I suppose everybody here has the right to know. All right, fine. I'll speak out loud so that Inspector Cabanela can hear this too. There's something I'd like the 2 of you to hear. It's about a mistake I made. Inspector Cabanela, when you first made that report about a manipulator, I'm afraid I didn't believe it at all. Impossible, I thought. Perfectly understandable, Mr. Minister. But I was wrong. That kind of power does exist. And I learned the truth of that firsthand. What's this? A month ago, I signed the order to carry out Detective Jowd's execution. However, that act wasn't of my own volition. I was being controlled. What? What? You never told me about this, Mr. Minister. I will write this paper. What's going on? This document. What am I doing? No, I mustn't sign it. This evil hand. My perfect signature. Hello, sir. You seem fine. Yes. Yes. Shaking a lot, are you? Wait, don't deliver that document. Deliver it right on, sir. Yes, sir. Right away. Thank you, sir. Have a good night. That's when it started. That's when all of my fear, despair, and suffering began. At the time, it didn't even cross my mind that I had been manipulated. And my memory of the event was only hazy at best. So the theory of being manipulated doesn't clearly remain, huh? Signing execution orders is part of the Justice Minister's job. At the time, I just thought my psyche was rebelling against the task. But in the next day, it dawned on me. I remembered Inspector Cabanella's report on the existence of a manipulator. As a Minister of Justice, I couldn't admit what had happened to me. I only signed the execution order because I was being controlled. If something like that got out, this nation's judicial system would crumble. And besides, I had no evidence to present that I had actually been controlled. So in the end, I couldn't admit to anybody what had happened. I suppose, but it sounds a bit like an excuse. You should have at least told us, Mr. Minister. Yes, I know. I should have. I was running away from the problem. And then my wife found out I was worried about something. Well, if you go around with an expression like that, I guess it's bound to happen. I explained it to her, and she was dead set against the way I was handling it. If you don't withdraw that order and tell everyone the truth immediately, I'm moving out! And then with the kidnapping tonight, with it thrust under my nose like that, I could no longer deny my mistake. This manipulator comes upon us from somewhere unseen. That's why I've been keeping my distance from everybody. So that's why you've been telling people to stay back. So there's somebody else besides me with the powers of the dead. I'm fine with that. After all, I already knew about a certain desk lamp logo for company Pixar. What I'm not fine with is the fact that that person can control and manipulate living creatures. That's certainly not something I can do. Apparently, different ghosts get different ghost tricks. But I never imagined that tonight I would find out where this kind of power comes from. Where it comes from. Inspector Cabanella, this manipulator is a ghost. A departed spirit. A spirit? Ah! As a matter of fact, there's a ghost talking to us right now. What did you say? Zhao, don't tell me you can hear this ghost too. Cat's out of the bag. I'd say the only person who can't hear him is you. And the guards who don't matter. Spirit, ghost, gods in heaven. Excuse me, Mr. Minister. I suddenly have some urgent business to attend to. I recommend you think long and hard before making your final decision, sir. Inspector! Don't you want to talk to the ghost? He's really nice, and he has some cool sunglasses.
This is Lynn, I'm at the park!
We've been waiting to hear from you. Have you found the evidence?
Well, the situation here is, it's kind of difficult to explain. Sissel, if you're there, come to the park immediately.
It looks like your help is needed, Sizzle. Yeah, I guess so, huh? Okay. Let's go to the park. We've been here before, I guess. I don't remember. I think we briefly got a call from, like, a crazy hippie dude. Lynn calls, and I oblige. I take off toward Timsic Park, the place where, clearly, something big is taking place. The manipulator. The person whose very existence sheds new light on everything. Detective Jowd's crime, the execution orders, and even my own death. Could it be? Could Lynn have been manipulated into shooting me? Find out next time when we manipulate Lynn into shooting everybody else. Just kidding, we can't do that. We'll make her gun do it. Guns do kill people! Find out next time. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.